I don't want to lose. Of course, it's emotionally devastating when I lose. So it takes a long time to recover from it. And I think that's also what motivates me and my fighter spirits, that I want to learn from mistakes and I want to be better.
Though Helenius has accepted the loss without protest, he and his team are more than aware of the out-of-the-ring complications that led up to the bout.
There was a lot of small mistakes, but there was also some things that was out of my control, like adjusting the time and getting sick before the fight.
Sounds like excuses to me. Well, anyway, this is PBC, I was going to say Fight Camp, PBC Countdown. It's before every free TV PBC fight, before every PBC on Fox pay-per-view, they have a show called a Countdown Show in which they build up to the main event of the card. In this case, March the 7th, 2020 on free TV PBC Fox, and over in the UK, Box Nation. The main event is going to be Adam Kownacki, highly ranked fringe title contender, 20-0 with 15 KOs, taking on Robert Helenius. A fight where I feel like, all right, I understand you really couldn't probably get nobody else. Nobody wants to fight you. Well, anyway, we're going to be jumping around in this episode, and more importantly, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the heavyweight division. Check out my website, the link right down below in the description box for FightView360.com. I am currently updating my rankings, and as it stands right now, my heavyweight rankings, my cruiserweight, and light heavyweight are all up to date. And as I do more videos over the next couple of days, rest assured that my ranking is going to be finally fully up to date, according to the WBC, WBA, IBF, and the WBO, the four major sanctioning bodies. Sorry, IBO. So I look at it like this. Robert Helenius used to be hot shit about 4 or 5 years ago, up until he met Derek Chisora, and a lot of people felt he got a gift. You know, it was said that he had a shoulder injury or whatever. He also has some promotional issues that caused him to be on the shelf. And now I look at him like the fighter, you know, he's got skills. He is a skilled heavyweight. He is a dangerous heavyweight. But when you look at his last three defeats, for example, when you look at Gerald Washington, he was winning the fight, but he got hit. I don't think he should have lost to no Gerald Washington, bro. If you don't know, Gerald Washington just lost just a couple of weeks ago, less than a couple of weeks ago, to Charles Martin, who Adam Kownacki beat. Well, we're going to talk about that later. Unanimous decision loss to Dylan White, where he just couldn't do nothing. Even though he went the distance, he just couldn't do nothing, and he just seemed like he was in survival mode in the second half of the fight. Then you go to Johan Duhaupas. This was a brutal KO in a fight which was supposed to be like a fresh start type of fight for Robert Helenius. That's like, all right, he's back. He's free of his promotional issues, and then he goes and gets his ass knocked down. So if you go Google or YouTube Robert Helenius highlights, yo, dude is not, he's nice. So once again, taking on Adam Kownacki, 20-0 with 15 KOs, the Polish heavyweight sensation. And I'll say this right now, on March the 3rd, 2020, 8:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that I would not be surprised if this weekend, this fight ends up being for the WBA interim. Because look how quickly the WBA has been trying to get Manuel Char and Trevor Bryant to work out a deal, which Don King of Don King Promotions won the purse bid and is going to be putting on that fight. But listen to this, though. All of a sudden, as I'm updating my rankings yesterday, I noticed that a familiar name that wasn't there before was there. Now, this is for the deep boxing heads who know what I'm talking about. He wasn't ranked last month or the month before. Now, all of a sudden, he ranked. I see what they doing. And you know these are new rankings because Deontay Wilder's there. So I see what they doing. So these two guys right here were ordered to fight. Don't count this gold belt. Don't count that bullshit. But they, you know, it's there, but don't count it. So you see where I'm going with this, by the way. It's been official that Anthony Joshua is going to be taking on Kubrat Pulev. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder fighting again July the 18th. Joshua versus Pulev is June the 20th, a month apart. So basically, for a guy like Adam Kownacki, where he is right now, where am I at? Where's my mouse? There it is. For a guy like Adam Kownacki, where he is right now, you know, he has a very good chance to give a lot of the heavyweights some problems, but when will he get a legit official title shot? It seems to be some time. So, for example, the way it works right now is, let me break it down to you. It's going to be a little bit confusing. You got Deontay Wilder and Pulev who are getting their shots next. On Wilder Fury side, the winner of that will likely fight the winner of Joshua versus Pulev, likely. If not, then the winner of Fury versus Wilder, or whoever, has to fight Dillian Whyte, which will be ordered about February or so. And then the winner of Joshua Pulev, if they don't fight Wilder or Fury or Dillian Whyte, whoever has the belt, has to fight Alexander Usyk. Then after that, that's when Adam Kownacki comes in. So, legit, he would not probably be ordered or mandated to fight for a legitimate title, whether it's the WBC or the full WBA Super World, IBF or WBO, to at least, and I'm being realistic, to at least maybe 2022. Summer, fall 2022. So he's got like a couple years, unfortunately, you know, before he may be able to get a title shot. Unless he fights somebody for their mandatory status, which is highly unlikely. And that's just breaking it down to you raw and uncut. That's the truth. Because the way it is right now, there's a log jam up there. So in the meantime, Adam Kownacki has got to fight, you know, top guys. Now, I like the route he's been taking. I like Areola as a fighter, always have. And the fact that he came in, you know, pretty much like career best shape. You know, I rate Chris Areola. I rated the Gerald Washington win. I rated the Charles Martin win. By the way, Charles Martin is the next IBF mandatory after Pulev. So basically, he'll get his shot after, if these guys hold on to it, after Kownacki, and Kownacki beat him. It's all weird. Artur Szpilka. So basically, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 fights I rate. Robert Helenius is, to me, it seems like a step back, from, you know, Areola, but yet a still solid quality name. Now, who would I like to see him fight him? Who would I like to see him fight next? Something realistic. You know, you got to see what Luis Ortiz is doing, but you know, Luis Ortiz at this point in time probably think he's going to get another title shot. It ain't happening, Captain. You know, they got Efe Ajagba fighting on the undercard against a Razvan Kojanu, and I've covered Kojanu before. You know, do you want to see Charles Martin too? That was a close fight. I would be down for that. It might have to happen. Andy Ruiz, that would be a fun fight. Both of these guys, you know, not the best looking, but, you know, they got fast hands. Anyway, we have to take a jump cut. Please subscribe and like the video. We're going to be here Saturday night with live post-fight highlights and, of course, after the fight with the call-ins.
I think we're in a very good spot in the heavyweight division right now. There's a lot of great fights being made. I want to prove that I am the best heavyweight in the world.
I see Adam being professional boxing. He's right there at the top. You know, we win this next fight, I believe he should be fighting for a world title.
March 7th, I have to make a statement. I have to hurt Robert Helenius. No, it's nothing personal, but I just gotta do my job and take care of business. It's gonna be my 10th time fighting at Barclays Center. The past 9 were victorious. I don't see it any different with number 10.
The best thing to do.
The risk paid off. Kownacki's in-ring success has afforded Justina the choice to stay home with their child. She has taken on an added responsibility, however, as camp nutritionist. Today's breakfast, a high-protein version of traditional Polish pancakes.
It's coconut flour, banana, oatmeal, and 2 eggs. Adam started camp 275, so we just want to make sure he loses like weekly 2 to 3 pounds, and he still have energy to train.
Though the couple is focused on weight loss for in-ring performance, they are well aware of the negativity on social media.
This is what we're going to talk about here next. He's also one of them type of fighters like Andy Ruiz and like a Tyson Fury, where no matter his size, he's still always going to be good. Like, he's got that God-gifted, you know, hand speed that's always going to be able to get him out of a jam, and you never really seen him gas out. You see what I'm saying? Or slow down. So, last fight against Chris Arreola in August of last year, he weighed in at 266. He's saying he started camp at 275, and basically, they're about to talk about how he's been being fat shamed. This is a guy who started his career at 235. Crazy. You know, and it seems as though it's been a pattern over the last couple of years with his weight. And it's like, bro, you know, but let's listen to what they have to say. This is his wife. She had quit her job. She was working 2 jobs, you know, after basically he made it big. So now, you know, she just is, you know, stay-at-home mom and is strength and conditioning coach. So that's what's up. But I'm wondering, it's like, bro, maybe it's time to bring in like a, no disrespect, I'm just saying, maybe it's time you need to bring in somebody like, now that you on world level, you know, and you gaining weight too, and you know people gonna be like, oh well, you know, no wonder why motherfucker your wife cooking for you. You know how motherfuckers is. That's how I'm thinking, at least. Shit, like, oh motherfucker, you better get somebody real
Concern.
or you know he probably eating all kind of other shit on his free time. And me, I'm a fat ass right now. This is the biggest I've ever been in my life, so don't get me started.
With aesthetics.
People attack him because he's, like they say, he's overweight. It doesn't affect his boxing. Of course, he would help him lose few pounds, but that's not the most important thing for him to like focus on his body. Go back to the Szpilka fight. Szpilka looked excellent, but Adam destroyed him in 4 rounds. Washington, same thing. He was tall, muscular, but second round. It doesn't matter how you look. It matters what you know. It matters how much you want to win.
You know, she's got a point. And she's got a point. And most recently, Tyson Fury put on more muscle. She's got a point. Well, muscle, you know, bulk. But, you know, she's got a point. But I'm just saying, you know, I don't know. Just look a little bad. It's like, bro, all right. You don't want to be like, you know, you don't want to be like, you know, shit. Like, get in shape, you know, or don't be gaining weight. You know, so I'm going to be disappointed if he comes in weighing in at a fucking 270 pounds. This is like, bro. Like, bro. Like, you know, we're going to see. By the way, we're going to be here on Friday live streaming the weigh-in. In fact, let me pull it up. You should have Fox Sports Go. If you want to see this full episode, if you got Xfinity, I know for sure all you got to do is check on demand because, listen, this is how I'm watching it. I'm using my Xfinity streaming app. So let me show you real quick. This is it. This is Xfinity. So let me show you how I watched it. I'm going to go through it real time because a lot of time people ask me, yo, how you be watching this shit? So all I did was type in, and basically this is the online version of my streaming app. So all I did was type it in, and it came up. So it was right there. Or you can watch on Fox Sports Go. Hold on. Or you can watch on Fox Sports Go. So what I normally do is just type in PBC, and it's right there. You know, and they got James Kirkland too. So the weigh-in is coming on. What time is the weigh-in? It says it right here. The fight is on 8 p.m. Saturday. Where's the weigh-in? Let's see. Let me check. Hold on. Give me a minute, guys. It only goes up to Wednesday. Let me see. Hold on. I got it in my email. I can just check, but, you know, whatever. I'm doing it for you, the people, so you don't have to do it. Oh, well, don't say it. Well, it's on Friday. Shit. I'll update you later on. And if we have a chance to do the post-fight... Oh, here we go. If we have a chance to do the final press conference, you know, we'll be streaming that. So let's see. Here is the Thursday schedule. I mean, the Friday schedule. Aha. Kownacki versus... Oh, they're showing the Chris Arreola fight. Let's see. It's 11 a.m. There it is. Boom. Friday, 1 p.m. We'll be here. Streaming live. All right. So let's go wrap this episode up. If you want to watch it, once again, check it out on Fox Sports Go or on demand. It's going to be there.
At first glance, the contrast could not be clearer. The young contender, undefeated in the ring. And outside of it, an inspiration. The portrait of the American dream realized. The veteran, fighting to regain his stature in the ring. And outside of it, resigned to a peaceful life in relative isolation. But on March 7th, those contrasts become immaterial, because for both fighters, the stakes could not be greater. For both fighters, there is no margin for error.
There have been all my life doubters and naysayers, but I have the spirit to go to world championships. I'm gonna prove that.
I want to prove that I am the best heavyweight in the world. I think the future holds Adam Kownacki, the first Polish-born heavyweight champion of the world. The best is coming on March 7th.
On March 7th, two of the heavyweight division's most exciting fighters will meet in the ring, with everything on the line. Victory will mark an entry to the heavyweight title conversation. Defeat will mark a setback.
All right, that was longer than I expected. By the way, it looks like, we're going to see Ruiz versus Chris Arreola. I would bet on that. That's very Al Heyman and PBC-ish. But according to a co-pinger here, is that Adam Kownacki is in the running. Andy Ruiz has said he's going to announce some news soon. Likely that he's joining up with Teddy Atlas, but Andy Ruiz is supposed to be returning in August. And then, if Adam Kownacki were to win, and if my prediction is right that this will be for a title, an interim title, then there's more incentive for Andy Ruiz to fight for it. And let me go check right now to see if Chris Arreola is ranked by the WBA. Not yet. Not yet. Don't get me started on Fresno Quindo, who can come out of retirement at any time to get a title shot. He hasn't fought in damn near 6 years, right? But don't get me started on that. We'll see, though. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. We will be here on Fight Night covering the main card. And the main card is going to consist of, obviously, Kownacki versus Helenius. F.A. Jogba versus Kujanu. And who's the opener? Is it Zachary Ochoa or is it going to be Frank Sanchez versus Joey Dueco? Shout out to Dueco being on that card, too. The man who rumored or allegedly had knocked down Joshua before Joshua Ruiz won. Anyway, please subscribe. I'll link to my social media right down below in the description box. Follow me on Twitter. I'm not promoting my Twitter enough, at TstreeT for life. TstreeT.